discussing heroes, villains, every plot twist we've got, from ink to screen and all in between. With ComixDad and friends, it's the scene. So tune in, geek out, it's all in good fun. Talking shop with ComixDad, everyone. Let's keep the conversation lively and bright. See you next time for more insight. Welcome to Talkin' Shop, where we never stop discussing heroes, villains, every plot twist we've got, from ink to screen and all in between. With ComixDad and friends, it's the scene.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talking Shop. Here is your host, ComixDad!
What's going on, everybody? ComixDad here. Welcome back to another episode of Talkin' Shop. I know it's not the usual night, but for anybody who saw my X post from the other day, Vaughn was supposed to be on the channel last Thursday. We were supposed to talk shop last Thursday. Unfortunately, some things came up on both of our ends. So here we are now to make it up. But regardless, I appreciate anybody who's here watching, just hanging out and watching. Especially because Tuesday night is a busy night, but it's a night that worked for both of us. So I didn't want to make Vaughn wait another month to come back on, because Phenomenova issue number 4 is wrapping up soon. But instead of me just talking about myself, ladies and gentlemen, my guest, you know him. He's been here on the channel before, coming back for a second time. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the creator, the writer of Phenomenova, and the CEO of Rebel Oasis Studios, Vaughn Coleman.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Yo, Vaughn, what's going on, brother?
Came out so nice that I was just like, Iron, can you do me some favor? And then I just forgot about it, because I was like, actually, I got it, because I was on the road trip, and it came out really, really nice. And that's exciting. I'm doing well.
Yeah, man. And then for those of you who don't know, Iron Oxide, he's a friend of Vaughn's, he's a friend of mine, friend of the channel. I've been on over there before, hanging out with him. He created that neat little intro for Vaughn. It honestly, that was almost as if like you paid a production studio like a cool couple G's to do that. So shout out to Iron for high quality production.
Mm-hmm.
But Vaughn, we know why you're here, man.
Yeah.
You know why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
It's to apologize to my wife for bumping into her at Comic-Con a year ago. No, kidding. That's an inside joke, everybody. But no, man, you're here to talk about Phenomenova, especially number 4. I mean, hell, we'll just pull it up right now. I already got
Yeah.
it here.
We're on the
Um,
closing stretch.
yeah, and I will chat. I'm gonna hide the chat box just so we can see the page here. But Phenomenova number 4. First off, congratulations on hitting your goal.
Thank you.
That's always big. But I mean, it's well deserved, man. 1 through 3, I love them myself, but I'm looking forward to 4 because especially after 3, I was like, I need more. I need more
Yeah.
of the actual Phenomenova team.
I'm
But
glad. I'm glad that happened. Yeah, we're finally bringing everything together in a way where like 3, we kind of. It's not that we took a detour. It was completely relevant, but it was like we took a detour from miles for a bit, and now it's kind of like everything's coming together with this one all together now.
for sure, man. And I guess for a couple of people for the handful of people that are watching, for anybody that may not be familiar, you just want to give a quick TLDR of just kind of like your sales pitch of Phenomenova. Treat it as if you're at a con, man.
Yeah, so Phenomenova is a superhero story set 20 years after World War III and follows the idealistic son of a veteran who strikes out to become a hero inspired by his father and the brave heroes that fought during the war. We got issues 1, 2, and 3 out, and the 4th one, as you can see, is on Kickstarter. So Phenomenova, of course.
Sorry, I fucked up. No, my bad. My bad. I fucked up. Professional streamer.
And so here we are with the 4th one that's now on Kickstarter. And the thing is, it's fully colored. There's just like a few little revisions I sent to my artist. Or to my colorist, and the colors are pretty much done, and we're about to go right into. That's why I was obsessing over a word choice, because I'm about to go right into lettering.
Oh, okay.
Which should be fun.
Now, I've always been curious about kind of how that process. Now, do you do your own lettering, or do you just
No.
submit it to your letterist?
I give it to my letterer.
Okay, because I've always been.
Some
I've always
people
been
do their
curious
own.
in terms of how like what makes well, like you know what, I guess we'll go into this kind of. What do you when you because you've crafted your team kind of perfectly around these first 3
Yeah,
books. So what is something, because letterers are something are a specialty that not a whole lot of people seem to really pay attention to, and then not a lot of whole people really seem to, like, if you see a
Yeah, it's
letterer
a
at a
thing
convention, they
it
don't
can
really,
ruin
oh, I know that
a
guy.
book. It can ruin a book if you have bad or mediocre lettering.
Yeah.
It can completely derail a project. Same thing with coloring too. You know, inker like they can all ruin a book, or at least the look of a book. And so,
Oh, for sure.
lettering takes a moment to adjust to. But like my letterer is he's just kills it, and he comes up with stuff that I never would have thought of. And we go back and forth. 3 was actually a more. Well, 1 was more difficult just because I'd never had anything lettered before, so I'm kind of learning everything. Then 2, 3 was like, we're gonna get this done, back and forth, and it was like, with 3 there's the Psylink dialogue, and then there's the dialogue, and then there's the captions. Each character has to have certain captions, so you know who's speaking even if they're not on panel. That kind of stuff takes time, and that's why I'm really hoping to keep this team, because I don't want to have to re-explain it to people who I hire.
No,
So
for sure. But issue 3 right here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, right here,
yeah.
and issue 4 is gonna have a. Granted, the base cover looks awesome because I just love how it encompasses the whole team.
Yeah.
But I mean, you already know where I'm going with this.
I do.
You already know where I'm going with this. Issue 4, the best cover of issue 4 in my mind is this one right here.
I think so.
By V. Ken Marion. V. Ken Marion, I've said it publicly on my socials. I've said it here on the channel. V. Ken Marion is one of my personal favorite artists in modern comics right now. I definitely feel like everything he touches or draws is gold. And I don't think, like, I'm trying not to say that he's a future legend, but if he keeps up what he's been doing, and if he can get involved with the right projects, he could become a future legend. Like, he is just that good. He is one of my favorite current working newer comic artists of the new generation. So, what kind of, like, how do the covers work, by the way? That's something I've been wanting to ask somebody. Like, do you talk with each artist about kind of what you're looking at, or?
So I'll tell you this. So V was going to do a cover for issue 3. and it just wasn't working out deadline. When I asked him what he wants to draw, he goes, he goes, I got the new team. He goes, I want to draw your main character. And I go, well, with V is a fan of my book, if he wants to draw it, I know he's going to kill it. So I'm all right, that's good. And I'm kind of glad it didn't work out, because this is Galvanite's triumphant return. Or is it triumphant? We'll have to see. Right. But point is, he's back at the center with this issue. We're now, and so it felt perfect to have him. I'm glad the deadlines and everything didn't work out with 3, and that everything happened the way it did, because this was perfect. And I also, with things that were left over from 3, the main cover, that was the original thumbnail my artist gave to me for 3, and I said that's a great thumbnail for either a trade or issue 4 is what I thought, because 4 is everyone coming together. Yeah. But like, Galvanite is not a central character in 3, neither is Hotline. She's literally in one panel and she talks over the comms. Senshi is barely there. In fact, there was the earlier drafts, Hotline and Senshi were not going to be there.
Really?
And we weren't going to have those flashbacks of Miles. That was my editor really pushing me. Or no, it was flash to the presence, I should say. You were only going to see him frozen. It was going to be all in that period. And I'm glad my editor pushed me to do better. And so then my issue 5 cover, which is going to be colored soon, was the second. I said, no, do something again. I want them like in action with the villains. My editor comes up with artist comes up with another great thumbnail. And I said, that could work for issue 5 maybe, but it doesn't work for this, because it was like the villain was more triumphant and the heroes were kind of second. I said, okay, I want the heroes to be in the heat of battle. Like for 3, I was giving more direction. I was like, I want the heroes to be in the heat of battle, but I want them to be like up against something. I want you to have at least those 4 centered. That's Force, Vivacity, Thermo, and Estrella.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 4 cover, but at least it's got the team up, so people could at least see the characters that you're referencing.
Yeah. But so there we go. Yeah. So this, I'm glad I brought this in. All together now is a caption I've had for a while. I was going to use it for something else. Maybe I still will at some point, but I was like, that's it. All together now.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I loved that in 3 we kind of got that flashback, because Estrella's power is really cool. How she's able to use tactile senses and basically all the other senses, since she doesn't have her sight, to be able to recreate almost like a not to go down the route of Disney, but kind of like in Frozen 2, which I know this because I have kids, like when the whole water has memories thing, and she's able to whip up kind of take the water that's absorbed in the wood and creates the whole scene about like what happened in that particular what happened in that on that ship. Like I'll find a clip of it and send it to you. It's really neat, but kind of like Force memory almost, in a sense. Like if you've played Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor, so like that kind of power, that kind of ability that Estrella has is really cool. And I mean, and the fact that you don't even know what I'm referencing just means that, I mean, you're just that creative that you thought of something that not a lot of people have touched.
It kind of was like I pulled from a few things I've seen and then gave it my own edge. It's kind of an amalgamation of a few different characters. Obviously, Lady Justice, and then originally her name was going to be Lady Justice. Estrella is one of the goddesses, one of the few goddesses that was Lady Justice was pulled from, and I liked that name the most, so I went with that. There was, of course, Daredevil, Toph from Avatar. Chaos, actually, or Chaos, not sure how it's pronounced, in Battle Angel Alita was where I first learned the power of psychometry. I was like, that's so cool, because he would touch something and absorb information from it. I think he was blind, too. But I kind of took that, and I was like, well, what if we do that with Lady Justice? What if she's deaf and blind? But this is how she sees and hears the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then also just the Psylink as well. You have a little homage to like X-Men, like Professor X and Jean Grey kind of doing like a Psylink type deal with the X-Men
and then
team.
Young Justice, how they had Miss Martian do it as well.
Yup. And then also, I mean, X-Men obviously is a big influence on you, because you got this awesome alternative cover for 4,
yes.
Which I at first I was like, wait, why does that look? And it took me a second. I was like, oh damn, it's an X-Men homage cover. It's an Uncanny X-Men cover. Holy crap. Like, I love seeing stuff like that. Now, what about the, because I know you're especially last year, I know you were going through the whole run of Uncanny X-Men, and or
Mhm.
maybe it was 2 years ago. I forgot when
I
you were
was. I
reading
mean,
that.
it was going through it for a while. It's a long,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
long run.
But so I mean, clearly it left an impact on you.
Oh my god, it's what got me to do this. It's what convinced me to do this.
Yeah, so why this particular X-Men cover, Uncanny X-Men cover, did you choose to
I
homage?
actually just did a short on this today because I realized I hadn't. I've been slacking on the promo shorts lately because I've just been so busy with cons and stuff.
Ram H7 says it's not Estrella, it's Atreus.
I think one of the things with this was with issue 4, it was kind of like there was so initially it was going to be just like there was a series of power demonstrations in the training room, and then 3 was so good it made me go, okay, I got to level up my game. Let's reattack this. And I said, okay, I like what I have written, but I kind of felt that I had outgrown what I had written years ago.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right, let's fix this up. And so I did, and then I decided to add it where there's a giant robot fight, and then I was like, I was reading some Lovecraft at the time, so I was like, all right, let's do something different. I'm like, all right, tentacle robot, and there's a point where she gets grabbed, and she has she has laser eyes. Cyclops doesn't, but she has that, but she also has concussive force. She's kind of a mix with Cyclops.
Yep.
Right? And I was like, well, okay, and I used that as a reference, and I was like, well, all right, nope, that's an homage cover. And I was like, Bobby, to my friend Bobby, I'm like, get that over here. And that became an homage cover because it was relevant to the issue.
And just for anybody who's curious, that character's name, her name is Vivacity.
Yes.
And if you were lucky enough to back number 3 within the first 48 hours, you were able to get this cover. I, fortunately, was. I don't know, Vaughn, if you realized I was or not, but nice. I love the colors on this one, and I saw it the second that 3 launched. I was like, I got to get my hands on it.
Yeah, that was an alternate color scheme that I felt didn't really make sense because that part doesn't take place in sunset. What's going on, Selena?
What's
but
up,
I was
Selena?
like, all right, screw it. I'll just make it a 48-hour cover, and then everyone went crazy over it. I'm like, oh,
oh yeah.
A variant of a variant? You guys want that? So I'm like, all right, I'm doing this on every campaign now.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go with next. I think you had one for this one. Did you remove it from the Kickstarter already?
No.
Because I'm trying to. Was it the Estrella cover?
Yes.
Okay. Just trying. There it is.
That I was considering doing for the MegaCon preview, but PTP was doing that.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to use this for, and I was like, screw it, I'll make this the 48-hour cover.
Now, I know these are technically 48-hour covers, but for anybody that gets into Phenomenova kind of after the fact or late, is there any way that these 48-hour covers become available at some point ever again?
I mean, technically, I have a few of the 48-hour covers. I haven't put it on my website yet. I'm going to have them at a con where that artist is going to be in Denver. If I have any left over, maybe I'll put on my website. But right now, so that issue 3 one, probably not.
Suck it, nerds!
Probably not. I have I think 9 of them left at the fulfillment center, so we'll see. It felt weird putting that cover on this campaign.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I probably will just be selling those at cons.
Okay, cool.
But,
like a con exclusive type of deal.
You're like, oh, I missed the first 48 hours of issue 4. No, if you back all of the covers, including the holographic, you can get the 48-hour cover. So you can get it. You can get it still after the fact, but you have to get it in a bundle that includes all covers.
Yeah. And speaking of holo foil, now I know at one point you were saying that this may not necessarily be the definitive final version of the holo foil.
I'm gonna have to talk to some people about that.
But I mean, even if this was though, I would be 100% okay with it.
Yeah,
because it just sells it even more.
A lot of people seem to think so. No, I want someone who actually knows what they're doing to make sure it looks good. But I wanted to convey the idea of what you're getting. If I was on a deadline, I'm trying to get books out as fast as possible, and that's part of why I haven't been able to make as many social media posts as possible. But the fact of the matter is, I'm still selling pretty well, and then when you couple it with cons, I'm selling more than ever. But I want to make so these I'm also learning because I way overprinted with my issue 1 and 2 in terms of variant covers because those I didn't have as much experience with cons, but 3 I printed less, and they're going fast, man.
They're all high quality, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also glad that you did overprint on your number one covers, because I was able to get one of those number one covers when I first met up with you at that
Which
one
one was
convention
that?
near me. That was I think it was the Lehigh Valley one.
Right, I'm saying which cover?
Oh, it's the let me see if I can grab it
Is
real
it the
quick.
Buzz cover?
I'm sorry?
Is it the one with the Crusader core on it? I think
It is. It's the one with
okay.
the Crusader
There's
core,
still
yeah.
a few of those left. But there's going to be less and less and less as the time marches on. The issue 1 variant covers I can't imagine lasting through the rest of the year. We're already out of the Sukacia Ray covers from last year.
Oh, really?
And then I found 2 more in my drawer and then immediately sold them. So, so I was like, they're back, they're gone.
Yeah, that's
then-
not surprised. Those covers were awesome too.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy VII homage cover. There's
Oh my
one
God.
left. There is one left.
I might need to jump on that.
Well, yeah, there's only one left, and then it's
Yep.
done.
No. If you're watching right now, nobody go get that. Okay, somebody go buy that Final Fantasy VII homage cover. Just if you do it before I'm able to, damn you! But also congratulations.
So
No, I'm shutting the stream down. I'm buying the cover. We're just done. I gotta go get it.
and like, if you get any of the variant covers, because I decided to throw them on my website. I'm like, if you pay for them, any cart that you have that has the variant covers, I'll sign everything in that cart.
Yeah. I mean, they're all right here.
There's not going to be very many. Don't expect those to last very long.
Yeah, and this is your site over at
Yeah. You're going to
RebelOasisStudios.com.
start to see items disappearing from that shop. There's a few of them, like the Dawn cover. There's only 3 of those left. The Rainy cover, there's like 7 of those left, I think, that I have. I gave her like 20. I don't know what she's doing with them. There's the Bobby cover, which I'm not printing nearly as many anymore. You can get actually, because at the fulfillment center there are additional copies that aren't on the campaign. So like you can also get the Vivacity cover, not the version you have, but the other
this one here
on the campaign, as well as the Narwhal, the Pear Bird cover. Those are both on the issue 3 campaign, and also the Zack cover. If you want any of those covers, grab them while they're on the campaign.
Yeah.
I only have a limited quantity left of everything you see.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, I think that's great that you offer those in your campaigns as well too, because I've been seeing more and more people offer like kind of catch up tiers and packs with their campaigns over lately, but like I haven't seen anybody offering up like their variants in their catch up tiers or as add-ons or anything.
Well, they're not on my catch up. Yeah, they're add-ons.
Yeah.
So yeah, I decided to throw the few copies I have up there. So I'm like, all right, if you want any of them, because this is a fast-moving campaign.
Yeah, it definitely was. You launched it.
It was supposed to.
It was only
launch
30
even
days,
sooner.
right?
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing, the book is colored. It's going straight to lettering, and then basically things are going to be gone. So I'm not going to be doing that long. Because I'm like, oh man, I'm not getting as many back. And it's like, yeah, but I'm also not. Like, I'm getting return on my investment because I'm like, guys, like, I'm not doing the whole, like, oh, it's going out. Like, I'm sending this to the printer hopefully within the next few weeks.
Oh, okay.
So if you want this, because once the printer order is in, you can't be like, oh, I wanted that very. Then you should got it.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah,
should
right.
got it.
Now, are you opening up late pledges until
Yes.
you send it to the printer?
Yeah, but again, that's not going to be a very long wait.
Oh no, not at all. But
And I would certainly, I would prefer if people did it now.
oh,
Because
for sure.
I'm probably not going to be promoting as hard when it's in late pledges.
Yeah. I mean, definitely do it now, because like if anybody watching, if you're like me and Vaughn, I'm sure you've probably been like this in the past as well with crowdfunding stuff. Like I try to wait until I see something's almost at the finish line or already crossed the finish line, just because like
We're
you never
painfully
know.
aware. That's why a lot of people set their goals lower, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't fulfill this." I'm like, which I've done, kind of. No, but I only need like 6. The truth is, I'm not expecting to make money on this campaign.
Yeah.
And whatever I do make, I know what I'm going to invest it in.
Oh, for sure. Well, and my point that I was trying to get to was like once I backed 3, because 3 was the first Kickstarter that I backed for you. Once I backed 3, and then once also we met up at that one convention, and then I got to get my hands on all the books and read them all. I mean, granted, I had read them through through
GlobalComix,
GlobalComix.
right? Yeah.
But once I was actually able to get my hands on them, I mean, it's quality printing, it's quality material, the actual books themselves, quality construction, and I was like, and I know you were on your third one, so I was like, okay, cool. Now you're on your fourth one. The second it went live, I did not even hesitate to hit the back
And that's what I'm
button.
saying. I got the most backers in the first day.
Yeah.
From this, people are like used to it. They're like, okay, we know what to expect. My issues are getting
Exactly.
better.
We know you're going to fulfill, and then we know you're going to deliver on time and a quality product.
I'm so fucking happy with how this is turning out. I really am. Issue 4, people are really gonna like. It's slightly longer than issue 2, but only slightly. How's
What
it
up,
going?
nerd?
It's like a mix. I would say Phenomenova 4 is to issue 3 what 2 was to 1.
Okay.
You know, it's like we're back in the Thunder Dojo. This time we got the full team. We're dealing with some character stuff. It's probably my most lighthearted in some. Although 1 had a lot of lighthearted stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
you're seeing it with the team, and it's really fun. I'm just watching the characters ping pong off each other, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really enjoying this. It's not as much of like structurally, it's a pretty simple issue. But I'm like, it flows, man, and I'm really happy. And again, if you notice, it was lightning strikes was 1, down to the core was 2, 3 chain reaction, 4 fusion. We're bringing it all together. So we made it away from the fusion reactor, which was in 3. But 3, it's thematically chain reaction just making more sense. Fusion, while we're not physically at the reactor, we're building off of that and we're bringing everyone together.
I was gonna say, and it's the fusion of the team dynamics with Galvanite getting involved now, and like you were saying, like kind of lighthearted, dealing with some character stuff. Like having a lighthearted, quippy back and forth issue is good too, with especially when you're doing a team title.
5
because
is gonna get dark.
Well. Okay, well, especially with that in mind, but like even without knowing that, I personally would rather see those team dynamics early instead of wait for them to build over time, because then at that point, once they start getting into the darker, grittier, more challenging stuff, like you're invested in the whole team at that point because the team building has already been established at that point.
And I grew a lot as a writer. Like I had my most complicated action sequence I've written. So I've written the first 8 or 9, and then I decided to add a 9th, but I rewrote this final action scene where it was like a series of training. It was like, I'm going to use my powers against these robots, then me. And that was how it was going to go. And I was like, you know what? No, let's take all of that and let's just throw them in an action sequence where we have to use all these powers, and also it has to make sense. So it took me like a week or plus of really just honing in on that action sequence, but I think it really paid off.
Now, me personally, I want some more thermo.
You're gonna get more thermo in this.
I want more thermo. I mean, I want more everybody, but I want more thermo.
No, why thermo? Tell me.
That specifically just because the design. I love the design.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. Like he obviously he's thermo because he heats up. He manipulates and controls fire. He can shoot fire out of his hands, and that's all awesome. But like, just the costume is sleek. Like I that is a slick costume. He looks like a G, as the kids say.
Yeah.
So definitely seeing. I mean, I want to see more of the team, but I definitely want to see more thermo because, and I'm also curious to see maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some other stuff. Maybe thermo isn't just all heat. You know, maybe it's not just all heat and hot air.
No, it's not all heat. If you want, in issue 3, we see that he freezes Miles.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
Yeah, so
dude, I have read so many books because I just got 3 like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
So I have read like 10 different books in the last week that I've been trying to wrap my head around because I'm also working on like doing some reviews and stuff. So like I've been thinking about 3 and how I'm gonna do a review video for that. Plus I've also been thinking about how I'm gonna do a review video for Phil for his Man with No Strings.
Yeah, that was great.
That was amazing. Like I'm just today I've been thinking all day about this from 6 a.m. Comics Starfetched. I just got that in the mail yesterday. I just read it at work today before I go read it to my kids during the week. Like, so I've just been kind of wrapped up in all that. So that, now that you say it, I do. Yes. I now remember the scene where Thermo actually does have his ice powers, but you know what? Who knows? Maybe Thermo is like the Avatar. Maybe he's Aang. Maybe he's just Avatar Aang. I don't know. What's up, Ronan? Good to see you, brother. But yeah, man, no, just like I said, specifically more Thermo because his fit is on point, as Atreus would maybe say.
Yeah, I kind of was rereading it, and I feel like I balanced the characters really well with 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna I am unlike Hotline is the tech specialist. I am curious to see if there's a little more to her than just being super smart and a tech whiz. And you don't have to spoil any of that. I like the surprise. And then I'm also curious about, like, Senshi obviously is their Professor X, their mentor, their teacher. I'm really curious in terms to see what happens with her, if she's going to join the fray with them as time goes on or not. So you built enough with your characters that I want to know. I want to know more about them all, but also I just want to see more of them doing their thing too.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad to hear
So,
it. You're
because
gonna get all that.
and that's why I loved 3 too, because we finally got at least a little bit of a sample of what each of them are capable of. And now that I saw it, I'm like, I just need more and more and more and more. Just keep feeding me more
That's what I
Phenomenova.
want. So my goal is to keep feeding you guys and keep telling your friends, because I want this to be kind of like one of the things that was cool about reading Claremont's X-Men run is it's kind of like your comfort book. You go, I want more of these characters. I want more of them. I want more of them.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm. Oh, and then I can't wait to get to this character. There's more characters getting introduced. Blah blah blah. And that's really what I want. Is I've shown you. With 3, it was like, here's another thing. And so far, every character, basically, that I'm showing you guys, people are like, I want more of them. And so they're like, who's your favorite? And I keep asking that question, but the thing is, people, you're going to learn in time, and they're going to change. The answer's going to change. People feel this way about this character. And you're going to see more of them. And I have entire backstories planned. I was just revising backstory for a few characters before this and how they're intertwined, based on a line in issue 4. There are things that I reference here that I can't reference in other things. And you can never get to all your, even if you keep a really simple training issue. There's stuff I have to cut from issue 2. There's stuff I have to cut from this issue.
Oh yeah,
There's something
for sure.
I had to cut from Senshi's backstory that I'm like, aha, it's here.
Now,
You know?
now I guess what is something that goes into at least in your process, what kind of thoughts or what kind of factors come into play when you're considering page count on your books?
Honestly, so I'm immediately breaking it again, but I'm setting, this is my standard page count. I decided it was 28 pages with issue 4, and then as I was revising issue 5, which is, I wanted to go from 4 on, it's 28, 28, 28, 28, which is going to be true for the most part. But issue 5, I was like, all right, I'll add 1 page. So the first 5 issues are different page lengths, but I'm indie and I can do that. But generally speaking, issue 4, we're going to see, this is the standard page length.
Yeah, for sure.
28 pages, yeah.
Well, and then of course, as the title grows and more people come across Phenomenova and everything, it is good to have kind of an expected, streamlined number of pages to look forward to, so you know what you're getting. But I mean, at the same time, though, that is kind of the nice thing about being an indie writer and indie creator. Like, you kind of just, like, you can streamline and have a set standard, but then at the drop of a hat, if you want, you could say, nah, screw it, I just got too much I want to do in this one. We're going 35, we're going 40, we're gonna call it a double size.
Right.
Like, and then
Which
I mean, and obviously
the first one was a triple size, so it's like they're all different lengths.
yeah. I mean, and granted, that's also going to change the price as well, which is understandably so. But like, I can see the passion that you have for the story. I mean, and we talked about it when you were on last year. The driving force behind the initial idea for Phenomenova and for Miles, and given his backstory and his character. So like, the passion was already there to begin with, and we saw it in issue 1. But now we see the passion for this whole team that you have developed, and it showed in 3 when we got our full introduction to the team in 3. So it's, people will, yes, a standard, this is a long way of me saying, yes, a standard number of pages is nice to look forward to, but like, so long as your story is quality and your characters are something, and your story and your world building is something that people want to come back for, people ain't going to give a damn how many pages there are.
That's what I'm saying. And 3, I was like, I wanted to give more room for the action, and that's really the main reason why I bumped up the page count. Theoretically, I could have made it 28, but I'm glad I didn't.
I'm just scrolling through 'em. I believe
So
you
it was like
had
43 pages with issue 3, and I was like,
there
that's
we go.
enough.
Yeah.
It could have been 48 pages. That would have made more sense. Or issue 1 was 65 pages because my artist was like, can I please add a splash page? So I'm like, yeah, so 28 is going to be my standard within 28. Like 28, maybe 29, maybe like that's basically my standard is what
Are
I'm
you
seeing at this.
are you just like kind of calculating the average of the first 3 and it's like,
No,
okay,
no,
that all comes
28,
out to 28.
No, 28 is what my scripts contain going forward.
Okay. And then I just wanted to get to some of the preview pages here. I mean, your artist Phil, he just kills it.
Yeah.
Book after book after book.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh, yeah.
honestly, I
Full
might have,
MCs.
yeah, honestly, I might have to hit you up one day and be like, yo, give me Phil's email. I need to talk to this man. I need to
Alright.
talk to this genius. But these are just some of the. Oh yeah, here's your shout out to your creative team. If I can get it big enough for you. Damn it! Did it take me all the way to the top? Son of a. I
No,
don't think it
bottom.
did.
No,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
kick you down.
Damn, because I was trying to zoom in on it. There we go. Up a little more. Where is it?
Nope,
Did-
you passed it.
Damn it. Damn you, Google Chrome. There we go. There's your creative team. Shout out to your creative team there. Obviously, you got this cool guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Phil, we got Jesse. Now, is it George or is it Jorge?
George.
Okay, because I was very rudely corrected by some dyed hair woman at New York Comic Con when I can't even remember his
Yeah, I always thought it
name
was
now.
Jorge, but no, then everyone calls him George. And
Yeah, no,
so-
the guy that's doing the art for Batman right now. I can't remember his last name.
Is that? Well, he might be Jorge. I don't know.
No, it is because I said George and she really rudely corrected me. It's Jorge. I was like, I blue hair. I'm sorry. Christ, forgive me. I'm a white dude and I use phonetics. God forbid. But yeah, just shout out to everybody on your team here. Now, which cover did Andrew Dahlhaus color for this?
Let's see. That would V's.
It was V's. Okay, that makes sense. I'm a big fan of Andrew's colors as well, because I've seen a lot of the other stuff that he does, and I'm like, and it took me forever to like kind of truly appreciate what a colorist does versus what just the actual artist does versus what an inker does in the days when there were individual inkers, and like now have a newfound appreciation for not just the artists of comics, but definitely for the colorists and the inkers as well. So like I love Andrew's colors and everything I've seen him touch. And the fact that you got him involved, at least on a cover, is huge. I know he's getting involved in some Rippaverse stuff as well. So like definitely get Andrew when you can, because his colors make all the difference. I mean, and Jesse's colors in this on the preview pages look great. Now, is Jesse your normal colorist?
Yes, except he didn't do 2.
Okay, he didn't do 2.
Because
Okay.
there was a deadline issue. He couldn't do 2, so instead I had a different artist do 2.
Now,
was
Jesse's colors in 3 blew my mind.
Except
like
he
especially
did
in the
cover
action
for
sequences.
2, but he didn't do the interior.
Okay. So he did the cover, but he didn't do the interior.
Of
Gotcha.
2. But
Of
he
2.
did the interiors of every other one. And
Yeah.
colors of all of them.
Yeah, his colors in 3 like definitely helped sell the battle, the fight sequence in 3.
He just murders.
It looked just friggin' awesome. Like, and I could hear the sound effects when I saw. I mean, obviously Phil's art, but then like we were just talking about, the art is nothing without the color, unless you're specifically going for a black and white type of interior. Then it's a little different. But if you're adding color, you gotta nail it, and Jesse nailed it, especially in that issue number 3. So big shout out to Jesse on the colors. But yeah, man. I mean, we've been gushing about Phenomenova, with rightfully so. But like, what have you besides Phenomenova? What have you been up to, man?
I mean, that's basically consumed my life. I've been going to
For sure.
conventions, selling Phenomenova. I Pimpcast. I'm now on every Thursday with Mike Harlow. That was kind of an accident. I was at MegaCon selling Phenomenova, and then Chrissy Mayer's like, "You want to come Simpcast?" I was like, "Okay." And then she had technical difficulties, and we took over the stream, and then they started calling us Pimpcast. I'm like, "All right, screw it. We're starting Pimpcast."
I was wondering where the name for that came from.
That's what it is. It's the male Simpcast.
That makes sense. But
My channel, I started interviewing people again. I'm slowly getting back into it. I've been mostly just going to the conventions like fucking crazy.
oh, I know, dude. Like you were just in upstate New York last weekend, right?
Yes.
And then, I mean, fortunately, you're keeping it close to home. I saw you were going to be in Seabright, New Jersey this weekend, so you're keeping it a little closer to
That one's
home.
close to home for this one. And
Yeah.
then I'm probably going to have a week off, for cons, so we'll see.
And you were in Vegas 2 weeks ago for a convention out there, weren't you? Dude, fucking good on you for being able to get around so much. I mean,
Yeah.
also good on you for having the energy for it.
Yeah. I've been selling like crazy, just trying to get my book in as many hands as humanly possible.
And that's what it's all about, man. It's about the hustle. It's about, I don't want to say the grift, but it's about the hustle.
Apparently,
it's about
I
the
was
grift.
told that you're not allowed to promote other creators or yourself or expand your network. That is
Really?
That is considered, what was the term? I believe clout chasing, grifting, expanding your audience. You're not allowed to market.
Oh, this was something told to you by a certain group of unhinged creators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, I mean, clearly they were proven wrong with the announcement. Like, literally, I don't think anybody can take anything they say seriously anymore.
You'd be, that's what surprised me is people. Well, you'd be surprised. Some people, might decide to tell me, you can't be on this project that you were on anymore to appease certain people. I'm like, are you kidding?
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild, especially because those people have been proven dead wrong just with the Hatchet announcement at Rippaverse last week.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they're still living in that kind of delusion, like that's. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Some people you can't reason with, and you just have to walk
Yes,
away.
there are certain few that I'm not surprised at all that they just are doubling and tripling down on that.
It's just,
but like outside those handful,
they're not significant. It's been great, really. The uptick in sales all across the board, really. That's why I'm like, come on, can we let's see if we can get those backer numbers, the backer, because I didn't expect to make the same amount of money, but I'm like, the backer numbers, let's see if we can get that up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the part of the reason I think why you hit the goal with less backer numbers is definitely because some of these covers that you're offering, I'm sure you've got backers from more than one cover.
Well, no,
I'm one included.
There's a lower goal this time.
Yeah.
But it was also cheaper books, so like even that. I just think people
Fair enough.
So I got a bigger explosion of backers right out the gate.
Yeah, you were saying.
Within the first couple hours, like I hit 100 backers.
Yeah, and that's huge.
Yeah. So like half of this was like within the first. So that's why now I'm like, come on. Because what part of it is too. I don't want people to be like, I missed this cover. It's like, do you know how hard I promoted it?
Yeah, right? Like, shit, dude. You're coming on some lowly, half-functioning retard like mine's channel to promote your book. It takes a lot to deal with me. So, just the fact that you're here doing that alone, that's how hard you're working.
I've had people, like, invite me on, like, hey, you did, one person, God bless him, he was very nice to me. He goes, oh, you did Fiendish, right? And I'm like, no.
What?
I'm like, no.
I mean...
He's like, yeah, Fiendish looks really good. I'm like, what is that? Yeah, I mean, I didn't create Fiendish.
Yeah, that'd be like me saying you had a hand in Psychic Sam, yeah. Mark Millar, John Romita Jr. and Vaughn Coleman, yeah.
Slightly more because she did a cover for me and we used to, she used to stream with me.
So, no, but I mean, like,
slightly more connected than that.
Yeah.
But,
no, I meant like you saying that you were working on Fiendish.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing as me saying, "Oh yeah, you worked with Mark Millar and John Romita Jr." Like, yeah, that's definitely your book. Is Psychic Sam is your book too, but but no, man. I mean, so you got the cons, you're pushing the book, you're promoting the
You
Kickstarter,
got my live streams. I've been
you
making more
got your live
shorts.
streams.
Um,
What have you been reading lately, man?
I haven't been reading a ton, but I just read Phil's book lately, which was great. And then I started reading, and I had to put it down because I'm like, it's past midnight. But Josh Howard's stuff is fantastic. I had never gotten to it. I always like the look of his art. And I like when an artist can draw and write. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Josh Howard, he's great. I'm going to talk about that more when I'm not promoting my own stuff. His stuff is real. Like, I'm reading T-Bird and Throttle right now. I read Dead at 17. I'm pissed. I was on the airplane. This gorgeous cover. And, like, I grabbed my coffee and a little thing got on it. And then I tried to get it off. And it just, the material, it just, like, scraped part of it off. And I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
So now I'm going to have to buy another one of those covers. Yeah, I mean, that's some of what I've read recently. I was reading some of the DC Marvel crossovers. They're all right. But they're not like anything...
The Superman, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like we just with Free Comic Book Day just happening this past weekend.
I was there, but I had Saratoga that weekend.
Yeah, I was able to pick up the Mega Man special. Like I'm big, I like Mega Man. I'm a big Mega Man fan. So like this was a cool book, Mega Man and Base, and then you also get a little. For those of you if you know Mega Man NT Warrior, it has an NT Warrior book story in there too. But like Udon's been doing cool things with Street Fighter and with Mega Man. Like this is Mega Man X #1 I was able to grab.
Gotcha.
So I've been reading some of that, and then I've also just been not rediscovering, but because like everybody knows at this point, I kind of stepped away from the internet for like 4, 5, 6 months at the end of last year, coming into the start of this year. So like I've just been trying to get caught up on a lot of the indie scene. Because, like, after a lot of the stuff that we've been seeing with, like, Marvel writers and DC writers, like, since the end of the summer till now, like, I can't in good faith, like, support these companies that will openly hire people that have literally no morals and literally no value for even life in some cases, as we saw back in September.
Yeah, that was an eye-opener for a lot of people.
Yeah. So well, and even as of recently too, with Mr. Camp and the professional dart player, that was wild.
Cool. And then there are no consequences, right?
No, I haven't heard any. No, there's been nothing about it since. I mean, I mention it when I can once in a while. I mentioned it yesterday, and literally somebody else was like, "Good, I'm going to buy three more of his books." I was like, "Really?"
They want to kill you, and
dude,
that's one of the tough
this dude
parts,
wasn't even.
I want to.
And he openly said it. And the dude openly said it. He's like, "Yeah, I hope you rot." I was like, what? Like, these people are just wild, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy, and it's sad because it's like when you want to expand your audience, it's like but you have to kind of make peace with the fact that like some of the people in the world just are evil and want to kill you. And I think part of it was like I kind of went through a whole like religious thing after that, and I was kind of like changing the way I view things, and it's kind of like, well, the world is often a wicked place, but I've always believed in that. I just never really called myself that, but deep down I think I always was. I'm stubborn.
Fair enough. Fair. And that is something I've noticed in some of your posts and stuff lately too, is that you've referenced more to like New Testament and finding faith and stuff like that.
I think it was like I kind of just got so sick of, because I don't really, I have very strong values, which I think translates sometimes to politics, but I don't ever really stand politicians and whatever.
I get that.
But I just, I was like, man, this is just, there's something more, and I kind of digging down, some, looking up, and I kind of just, Yeah, dude,
especially and
all the important life lessons there too,
and that
apply to your life.
And that's the thing that blows my mind. Like, I'm not sitting here like telling everybody that they need to be Christian, but like a lot of people that have a logical level head on their shoulders, they could even be full blown atheists, but just some of their morals and their values, it
comes from there.
That's where it comes from. Like our Western society, you could even call yourself a Muslim if you want to, a white American Muslim if you want to. You're at your core. You know the difference from right and wrong. Whether you care about right or wrong is a different story. But like, you know the difference, and the fact that you know that difference is because of the Bible, the Old Testament, the New
Yeah,
Testament,
yeah. We're
Christianity,
gonna go
all
through the
that
old
stuff.
now.
Oh, you started with the New Testament.
Yeah,
Okay. Now,
because I wanted to start with the Gospels, and then I just kept going.
now, okay. I think I know the answer to this one, but I know you've heard of the Action Bible. Do you
Yes, I
have the
it.
Action Bible?
I
There we
I
go.
haven't read it yet, though. I've had it for
Yeah.
years.
After you finish reading the actual Bible, then you need to go and read the Action Bible. Because it just
I know
Sergio Carrillo.
the book of Enoch Sergio's doing is on Kickstarter right
Yeah, that one's breaking my heart seeing that's not getting a whole lot of traction.
now. No, yeah, it's not. I'm
It's
friends with both of those guys.
yeah, I've tried reaching out to Patrick about getting him on just to help support and get the word out there. I haven't heard back from him, but like it is a lofty goal that they set, but like
It deserves that.
it definitely that's exactly it. Between Sergio's quality of art and then also the story they want to tell, it absolutely deserves that in these times. And I think they even did like a 60 or 90-day campaign on it. So like it's not the most ridiculous. It is a high bar they set for themselves though. So here's hoping everybody go check out the Book of Enoch on Kickstarter. It's just one of those things where like I definitely will back it if the opportunity arises, but like kind of like we were saying earlier, I need to see that bar move a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's killing me that I'm not seeing that bar move. But so hopefully God touches a bunch of people and they see it and like, hey, Book of Enoch, let's go. Just like I hope God touches people and they say, oh, Phenomenova number 4, let's go.
Yeah, really, dude. It's getting there because I'm normally expecting like a big up. I normally get a big uptick around this time, and it's like pulling teeth. And I'm like, it's the 48-hour mark. Like Kickstarter has sent out the thing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and then just speaking also of just being touched and being blessed, there is our buddy Bats. He put out something out there that you're incentivizing people.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
Bats goes, I have it on good authority that every backer will get 1 million
Well, apparently,
in return for every backer.
yeah.
So you got them bills easy, brah, huh?
Yeah, and that's just not the case. That's why I'm crowdfunding That's why I'm crowdfunding is because I have millions of dollars.
I mean, hey, there's some other
Also,
people
I
out
have
there that
every
like to
backer
pretend
will
they
get
have
1
millions of
million.
dollars. So.
I have every backer will get 1 million in return for every backer. That doesn't even make sense. That's so stupid. Such a stupid butt sauce.
Oh yeah. That's right.
He's
the butt
doing
sauce.
a book in my universe though, which is cool.
He's it's Wraith, right?
Yeah. And by the way, if people are like, I can't afford physical right now, dude, it's $5 for the digital books. If you and here's people are like, well, I'll just wait for issue 4. Okay, that's fine, but you get the second issue 4 becomes available. You get a digital copy.
Yep.
Everyone does.
Yep.
Same thing with issue.
I did too.
Started that with issue 3. Even if you're a physical backer, right? Because you guys get it as the second it's available. Because at first I was like, you know what? No, the everyone should get it if you back me.
Yeah. And even then, if you want to give get a little sample, like you could also even just go over to GlobalComix, check out an issue, and then after that, be like, okay, cool. Instead of giving money to this big company, that granted, I like GlobalComix, I like what they do, but like, I love this first issue. Let me go buy digital directly from the creator himself.
Or you want or you want merch, you want anything. That's my website is there.
Yeah, it's right here, and I have it in the links are in the description below. By the way, everybody, for Rebel Oasis Studios, for Vaughn's Rebel Oasis page on GlobalComix, and also for the Kickstarter as well. They're all in the description. But
dude, and then people have been deciding because like on Kickstarter, people don't commit, and it's like the refunds were not happening until like yesterday. I posted an update and I got 2 pulled out right away. And I'm like within like a minute. I'm like, are you fuck? And I think it's just because of the economy. It's like it's so.
Yeah, I mean I get that, but like if you're already committing though,
that's one of the things I don't. But yeah, so what's up, Rebel Oasis Coleman? Thank you. Yeah, you should check out my stuff. All
what
my
up,
stuff
Droga?
is out there.
What up, man? Yeah, links are in the description, Droga. Rebel Oasis Studios, his website there, his GlobalComix page, the Kickstarter for Phenomenova 4. It's all down there. His link tree's in there too. So go check out all of Vaughn's stuff, Droga, and everybody else watching too. Go check out all of Vaughn's stuff.
If you don't back issue 4, I'll tell you that. If you end up liking them.
Well, yeah,
Read 'em
because
fast.
as we've said, as Bats has already said, if you don't back issue 4, you're gonna miss out on the cool Millie Plus.
Yeah, that's
So
no, that's not. That's
I had to bring it back one more
I
time.
know.
But and then I guess just before we wrap up real quick, I did see this. It made me chuckle quite a bit. So for anybody that knows anything about comics from the last few years, somebody goes, I just spent $300 on these omnibuses. I think I'll be able to retire off these. This is a quality meme right here in comic books, for anybody that knows. Now, for anybody that doesn't know,
Yeah, enlighten me.
for anybody that doesn't know, these are the two big events that Zeb Wells wrote for his Amazing Spider-Man run. Zeb Wells is the worst Amazing Spider-Man writer of all time. He's the one that gave us Paul. That guy Paul that that the internet celebrated finally was killed about a month ago by some other new symbiote type of villain. I mean, I think his name was Torment, but Torment became the most favorite villain in Marvel for about a week because he finally killed Paul. But Zeb Wells just cucked Peter Parker more than you've ever seen him cucked before. And on top of that, his writing was just god awful too.
Yeah, so I don't plan on cucking any of my Phenomenova characters. So if you want to uncucked, now Miles is going to be losing a lot because he's a kid. He's still in the beginning.
Yeah,
but I don't plan on cucking him. You know, really, I don't. You know, I don't want to say it's not. I mean, I just can't imagine a scenario where I would be like, yeah, this is what I want for the.
But
it's not. Not really.
yeah, what's up, Brimstone? Good to see you, brother.
How's it going, Brimstone?
Droga says, I thought Paul's name was Zeb Wells, but then I learned that was right. But that's the thing. Paul was a self-insertion of Zeb Wells.
So
and
he's
then
cucking Peter Parker?
Pretty much. He steals Mary Jane from Peter. Because, like, Peter and MJ get sucked into some kind of, like, pocket dimension. And then Peter ends up getting spit out. And, like, 6 months goes by in like reality, our dimension, or reality, the real dimension. And then meanwhile in this pocket dimension, like 4 or 5 years went by, or like 3 or 4 years went by. And over those 3 or 4 years, like MJ ended up I don't want to say falling in love. I like to call it more like a Stockholm syndrome type of thing. But like that was the only guy available to her. And then there were also kids that were in that pocket dimension somehow, which, by the way, just big surprise, the kids like weren't like completely real, kind of like Wanda Maximoff's kids in WandaVision. But yeah, so it became a whole thing. He completely cucked Peter, gave MJ a new man with a pre-started family, and then that lasted for pretty much, I think, almost the entire run. Because even then, Zeb Wells didn't get to finish that run. Joe Kelly took over because Zeb Wells was taken off of it. But he was on it for, like, I think 40-something issues, though.
Wow.
40-something issues too long, if you ask me. But yeah, man, but I appreciate you coming on, dude. We're hitting that hour mark. I try to keep this, but like I was saying earlier, I try to keep this between like an hour and a half. Just, it works out better with timing, and with, especially because also, like, Tuesday too is a busy night. But I appreciate you being able to reschedule. It is a busy night across it's a busy night across the board. Like, even my wife is streaming right now. It is just a busy night in general. Like, but I also appreciate you coming on back, because like I said at the beginning of the stream, guys, we were supposed to do this Thursday. Unfortunately, some real life stuff got in the way on my end, and then it gave Vaughn an opportunity to get caught up on some work as well. So we're back here. We're here doing it tonight. Brimstone said, Lurkin, I want to get through Tech Jacket before this weekend. That is one thing I actually did want to ask you about. I know you've been talking about Invincible, especially with what we've been seeing out of Robert Kirkman's mouth lately about when he was...
That was an old quote.
It may have been a little bit of an older quote. I honestly couldn't tell you. I didn't even know about Invincible until the show came out. I wasn't as into indie comics, but...
You know,
yeah,
that's what I will say. Don't
in 20 years from now, you're not going to be saying back then there were too many white dudes in my books.
No, because I have ideas for characters that aren't white, and I just genuinely, it was like, who fits best in the story right now? It's like, oh shit. So I have some other members of the team that will join after this first story arc.
And then you're not going to let Amazon lock you down with DEI in your animated series when that happens.
No.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, it's because I know I heard you talking about some of the Invincible stuff with with Kata and with Atreus the other night on New Black Street as well.
Yeah.
So it's actually good that that Brimstone brought that up. But
yeah, Droga. No, that clip with that was insufferable. The storyboard artist. And,
oh my god,
first of all, no, there's plenty. Yeah, it's just don't expect that stuff from me.
Yeah.
So if you want comics creators that don't do that, I'm your man.
There you go. I was tempted to make a video on that, but I was like, she's just so dumb, and this is going to be forgotten in a week. Like, it's not even worth it. Plus, I didn't want to expose people to that just brain rotted mentality. Like, it was just, oh my god, I yelled so many things though when I first saw that. You could ask the wife, and she was like, "Who are you yelling at?" I'm like, "I'm yelling at this dumbass on my phone." She's like, "Who?" I'm like, "This dumb bitch."
I believe it.
But yeah, man. Well, as we wrap this up, I know we've talked about where you have been. Why don't you let people know where you're gonna be? We know where you're gonna be this weekend,
Yeah.
but also maybe the rest of the year. What does that look like for you too?
Denver Fan Expo at the end of the month. I will be there. Then I'll be at Phoenix, Professor Savage Dad, and then I'll be at Heroes Con in June. I'm gonna be at Garden State Comic Fest. I'm gonna be at a con in Albany. I have a lot of stuff going on. I wanted to be Fan Expo Boston. Someone sent me an offer, but I'm already committed to Terrificon, and I'm pissed that it's the same weekend. Yeah. I'm really annoyed.
I was actually talking to when I had Andrew Rodriguez on the other week. I was talking to him about possibly seeing what they could do about getting up here to Fan Expo in Philly, possibly for next year.
Which is the same weekend as Denver. Dude, that weekend is insane.
Yeah,
Denver,
it is.
Fan Expo Philly, Denver, Indianapolis,
that's
Vegas.
Now
and then there's like a Texas show all the same week.
And it's, I forget, is that Memorial Day weekend or the week after?
It is, I think, the week after. Memorial Day weekend, I'll be at a Pennsylvania. I'll actually be, do you know Thy Geekdom Con?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna be there.
All right. Well, you know,
how is it? Is it a good show?
I've never been there. I just know of it. I've seen it. I've heard of it.
Because apparently the attendance is good. So
I've never gone, but you know what, man? You just gave me a reason to go. It's only about an hour and a half from us, so
all right.
Maybe we'll come on out. We'll see you there. I was gonna say to the wife, like, hey, why don't we go back to New Jersey for the weekend? Go visit my dad with a surprise visit, even though I don't know what my dad's up to this weekend. It's like, oh yeah, well, why? Oh yeah, let's go to Seabright. We got a buddy out that's gonna be down there too. There's a convention. Well, Vaughn, look at that. Oh, I didn't know you were gonna be here. But yeah, man. Reach. What is it when Thy Geekdom comes around? Because when is that one happening?
That one happens. That one happens on.
It's in the summer, right?
Thy Geekdom Con. It's no. It's this month. It is this. It's I think Memorial Day weekend. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's this month. Oh yes. That's right. Yeah. You just said Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. I don't think we're doing anything. So who knows, man? Maybe we'll come on out. I think we're supposed to go to like some local amusement park on one day.
That
but
was Memorial Day. Shit. Well, I chose this profession. I'm gonna work the weekend.
There you go, man.
Damn it! I live right by the beach. I'm not gonna be there for Memorial Day weekend.
Dude, honestly, that's one of the things why I'm so glad we're not in New Jersey anymore is because of the holiday weekends and all the city folk from up in New York come out and they just swamp the area and like it's so. I mean, I was never a beach guy to begin with, but like I didn't mind walking the boardwalk, and then as I got older and more people started flocking to the shore, especially at Seaside and at Point Pleasant because of friggin' Jersey Shore. Like, God, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that stuff anymore. But yeah, man, it's been good having you on here though, brother. Everybody go check out the Kickstarter. It's live for another, let's refresh. It might say 42 now. Nope, still says 43.
Yeah,
43 more
back
hours.
To pulling teeth. I don't know why it's the 48-hour mark is normally a big. I'm like, this is crazy.
But it's at 43 hours left in the campaign. Link is in the description. Link for Rebel Oasis Studios.com is in the description. Link for the GlobalComix page is in the description. Vaughn's link tree is in the description. All the things are in the description. But Vaughn, if you have one final thing to try to convince people, what would you have to say?
back Phenomenova issue 4, guys. I mean, you're getting this. You're getting caught up on the series. If you're check out RebelOasisStudios.com if you're interested and want any of those variant covers. There's also, unless you get it, there's one Final Fantasy VII cover left for issue 1. There's only one of those left. That's it.
This one.
Yes,
this one right here, guys.
Last one left.
I'll even be nice. I'll leave it for I'll leave it until the end of the Kickstarter. Once the Phenomenova 4 Kickstarter's
nice
up.
Or not.
Oh, I know you don't give a shit. I'm gonna be nice to other people. I'm trying to give other people incentive, Vaughn.
Well, that's irrelevant to me. Whoever gets it, I don't give a shit.
I'm trying to also incentivize people to to come back here too. Like I want them to buy your book. I want them to buy your book and buy your books. I want them to come back to my channel too. I got to show them I'm a nice guy.
Okay, that's on you.
I know it is on me. I'm a fucking idiot.
No, I'm saying
what can I
thank
say?
you. No. That's fine on me.
But no, everybody. In all seriousness, though,
back this campaign.
Back this
share it
book.
Out.
I have, for those of you who didn't see earlier, where are they? Vaughn is onto something here, because not only do I have Phenomenova number 1, I have number 2, I have number 3, I even have a bitchin' alternate cover for 1 and 3 as well. So you guys just gotta go back this book as soon as you can, because holy crap, we just watched it in real time. There we go. Real time change, 275. Hopefully it was somebody here in the chat. If it was somebody here in the chat that just backed this, please let us know who you are. We're going to be live here for another minute or two. But yeah. Let's see.
Thank you.
I don't have YouTube.
Well,
Droga, there we go. Yeah, cuz I have my studio open.
Thank you so much. I could tell. Yeah.
There you go,
thank
Droga.
You so much. All right, guys.
Good
thank
man.
You. Let's
there we go.
We have to hit. Now we're 275. Yeah. Let's see. So I want to hit at least 300 is my minimum. Yeah. 340 is what I had by the end when I sent it off to the printers, and that was after
for
months.
3.
So honestly, I can whine all I want, but at the end of the day, I'm getting back at a faster rate than before. I'm just of all times for it to slow down, it's not even that bad, but now at the 48-hour mark.
Yeah, now when people are typically
supposed to be when people are throwing money at me like I'm a stripper, now is when it slows down.
This is funded. I only have a day and a half left. Shit, money. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm
but I feel like I've at least accomplished something.
You did.
So got one person to add to that number. So thank you so much, Droga, for supporting Vaughn. I'll take my 10% in a check later, Vaughn. Don't worry. But until next time, everybody, I'm ComixDad. This is Vaughn Coleman. You guys can catch me here on this channel, my gaming channel, CD's Arcade. Please hit the like, subscribe, follow, share, repost, depending on what platform you're on. And there are 2 very important things I got to leave you guys with. First, got to remember, comics are good for you. And secondly, always remember, Seth Rogen sucks. Have a good one, everybody.